Hello and welcome to Things Happening Around the World. Many of you are probably already aware of what took place in California, San Jose yesterday in the Valley Transportation Authority. The sheriff has released a statement regarding the unfortunate shooting that took place and took the lives of many. So they said that the sheriff office fingerprint identification unit completed the positive identification of the victims of this tragic gun violence of Santa Clara County. Medical examiner released the identity of the victim as Paul de la Cruz Megia, 42, Tabdeep Singh, 36, Adrian Balizia, Jose de Jesus Hernandez III, 35, Timothy Michael Romo, 49, Michael Joseph, 40, Abdul Wahab Ahmad Aglahaman Dan, 63, Lars Kepler Lane, 63. So you guys can see these are people in their upper 40s or above. And my condolences are to the family and the friends of these entire people that their lives got taken. Anyways, as I continue, during the early response of this incident, deputies and fire personnel were able to rescue one victim from the scene and immediately transferred them to the trauma center for life-saving treatment. We unfortunately learned that this victim, identified as Alex Fridge, 49, has succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased by medical staff. This is the 10th VTA employee, including the suspect, to lose their life during this horrific incident. The Santa Clara County Medical Examiner has released the identification of the suspect, identifies Samuel James Cassidy, 61. Sheriff Office detectives has located 3 semi-automatic handguns, 9mm, at the scene, which included 32 individual high-capacity handgun magazine loaded with additional ammunition. How are these people coming up with this type of weapons? How many shootings took place? So many, it's hard to count now. And how many people lost their lives, innocent people, is hard to count. When is enough going to be enough? Anyways, as I continue, Sheriff Office crime scenes investigators and the FBI advanced response team are utilizing high-tech equipment to document the crime scene to ensure a full and thorough investigation is completed. This technical documentation of the crime scene also provide the ability to recreate the events of this tragedy to help improve active shooter awareness and training. The motives of the suspect remains a priority of the Sheriff's Office investigation, and detectives are continuing to conduct interviews and review video and cell phone evidence to hopefully come to a reasonable determination of motive. Based on the recent developments in the investigation, we can say the suspect has been highly disgruntled VTA employed for many years, which may have contributed to why he targeted the VTA employees. The investigation into the motive remains ongoing and no additional information is available at this time. So they said that, this guy has been disgruntled VTA employed for many years. See, you never know what people are going to do, but there's always, some type of evidence, that they might do something, but you can't just predict anyone's actions. Anyways, as I continue, the heroic actions of the men and women of the Sheriff Office who downed their essential protective equipment and life-saving medical kits, ran toward the gunfire and saved lives. They were armed with necessary rescue equipment and monitations to immediately stop the suspect from continuing to take the lives of innocent and helpless VTA employees who were proudly at work providing service to Santa Clara County. Sheriff deputies were affected by this incident and continue to process the tragedy while continuing to proudly serve the community. They are heroes as all the law enforcement officers who put their lives in the lines every day to protect the community. The Sheriff Office will continue to keep families of the victims in our thoughts. We want to assure that the Sheriff deputies remains committed to providing the highest levels of safety in the Santa Clara County. So they said if you have any information, call 408-808-4500. I remember I was at work and, sometime and I saw, that it was trending that there was an active shooting and the cops were responding to it. And then a little while later, they said that the suspect is been down. But at that time, I didn't know how many victims there were, and unfortunately, there were more than 9. This is pretty sad. Again, my condolences are to the family and everyone involved in this, because this is a traumatic, expensive experience. And telling by the age, 40 and up, you can imagine they probably have multiple children and family members. This is truly another tragedy that took place in the United States. Like, how many more has to take place in order for this gun violence to stop? We need to do something serious. Compared to other developed countries, we are crazy. Our prison population is high, our shootings every year is high, but people are still gun-loving people, and they think they can stop the government. The government is already way too powerful. You're not not going to do anything if you think you can do something against the government. This for protection, I understand, having one weapon, to protect your house and stuff, but you guys saw how many ammunition this guy had in this report and stuff. And so at this moment, they don't know the exact motives, but you guys saw that he was disgruntled a little bit employee for years now. So as the time go, we're probably going to learn his motives, but we can kind of imagine that he was angry, etc., with where he worked, etc. So this is pretty sad, but these are all the information that we have as of right now. Anyways, guys, as always, don't forget to subscribe and tune in for more informative videos. Till then, take care of yourselves.